Oh, hey. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Charlie, and today, myself, Jesse, Jeff, and Will will all be talking to you guys about the chemistry behind exercise, from burn to recovery. To start us off, I'll be focusing on where we get all of our energy and how our body essentially fuels our muscles to do things like exercise. Our body creates energy through a process known as cellular respiration. Cellular respiration is a process that happens within our cells where our body transforms glucose into ATP. The chemical equation is shown above. As you can see, when glucose C6H12O6 interacts with the oxygen molecules, it produces three things: carbon dioxide, water, and ATP. Just like we learned in class, this equation is known as a combustion reaction because it yields both carbon dioxide and water. Now that can be a lot to take in, but essentially, glucose is a molecule that comes from the carbohydrates in the food that we eat, and ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate. And ATP is an energy-carrying molecule that's produced in our cells that releases energy for things like muscle contractions, metabolism, and most importantly, exercise. Along with carbohydrates, we also get energy from things like proteins and fats. In situations where our body is depleted of carbohydrates, we start to rely on fats and then proteins for energy. Interestingly enough, our body has different systems to produce ATP depending on the type of exercise that we do. For shorter pace, more intense workouts like sprinting or even weightlifting, our body relies on a process called ATP-PC, which uses previously stored ATP to quickly react to the fast, high-intensity bursts of an activity, such as lifting weights. As for longer periods of exercise, such as growing or going on a run, our body utilizes cellular respiration like described earlier, constantly replenishing itself with ATP and keeping our energy levels sustainable. Whew. Now, during these workouts, our body may experience things such as muscle fatigue or lactic acid buildup. But what really are these? Jesse?
Hi everyone, my name is Jessie Szymanski, and for my part, I am going to talk about lactic acid and muscle fatigue. Lactic acid is what happens during exercise to your cells. It acts as fuel for intense exercise. This happens when our bodies break down glucose and other carbs. Lactic acid has three main functions. The first being energy. Our bodies make lactic acid to fuel our cells during intense exercise. The second being generating glucose, as our kidneys and liver filter this lactic acid out of blood and then break it down and turn it into new glucose that we can use for energy in the future. And finally, the third, molecular signaling. The lactic acid actually acts as a signal molecule through our bodies. Our sports dietitian on the beach volleyball team actually explained this to us as it's like a set of warning flags that construction workers set out to warn people driving by to slow down. So what really causes fatigue is the lactic acid buildup. Our cells consume up to 100-fold when going from rest after high intensity exercise. This increases energy to create the muscle fatigue. During all of this, aerobic breakdown of glucose leads to an addition of inorganic acids that the lactic acid is majorly making it up of. So connecting this back to our most recent pH lab, lactic acid is a strong acid, so it dissociates into lactate and H+ ions. Normally, the lactate ions would have little to no effect on the muscle contractions, but since at the same time the H+ ions are also increasing, this is what really causes the skeletal muscle fatigue. So in summary, the lactate itself is not the main cause of the muscle fatigue, but it is instead the excess of hydrogen ions in the muscle that leads to the decrease in pH, which makes our muscles more acidic.
Hi everyone, today I'll be talking about the chemistry behind rehydration during exercise and why it's important for our bodies. When we exercise, our body temperature rises and we sweat to cool down. Sweat isn't just water, it also contains electrolytes like sodium, potassium, and chloride. These electrolytes are charged particles that help maintain fluid balance, nerve function, and muscle contractions. As we lose water and electrolytes through sweat, our blood volume decreases, making it harder for the heart to pump oxygen-rich blood to our muscles. This can lead to fatigue, cramps, dizziness, and decreased performance. Rehydration is more than just drinking water. It's about restoring both fluids and electrolytes. Sports drinks, electrolyte tablets, or even coconut water can help replenish sodium and potassium levels. Sodium in particular is crucial because it helps the body retain water and prevents a condition called hyponatremia, where sodium levels become dangerously low. Another key factor is osmolarity, the concentration of solutes in a liquid. Beverages with the right balance of electrolytes and carbohydrates enhance water absorption in the intestines, ensuring quicker and more effective rehydration. In summary, rehydration during exercise is a chemical process involving water and electrolytes working together to keep our bodies hydrated, maintain performance, and prevent dehydration-related issues. Understanding the chemistry behind it can help athletes optimize their rehydration strategies for better performance and recovery.
Hey everyone, I'm Will Maxwell, and I'm here to talk about the recovery aspect of exercise. After an intense workout or game, you probably get stiff or sore. The key contributor to that feeling of soreness after workout is oxidative stress. When pushing your muscles to the max, your body needs more oxygen to sustain a high energy performing level. During this workout process, our cells produce many free radicals. These free radicals are reactive oxygen molecules like O2-. These free radicals have free electrons, which makes them unstable. When these free radicals react with our muscle cells, they disrupt muscle recovery because they damage proteins and cell membrane, slowing the healing process. If they accumulate over time, they can even cause long-term effects and damage to your muscles. Luckily, our bodies have a protective mechanism, which is antioxidants. Antioxidants are molecules that eliminate free radicals by providing electrons, thereby stabilizing them before they kill the body's cells. Here are some examples of antioxidants and where you can easily work them into your diet. Vitamin C is one example, which could be found in something like orange juice. Another example would be vitamin E, which is in nuts, seeds, and oils, which you could find in something like peanut butter. Eating foods rich in antioxidants after a workout can speed up recovery time, reducing inflammation and healing your muscles more quickly. So the next time you hit the gym or go play in a big game, remember that resting isn't all there is to muscle recovery. Resting is good, but you should also sneak in some antioxidant-rich foods to promote muscle health and get you back in shape for another great workout or big game. Thank you.